So the unwilling anointee tries in vain to ignore it, to block it out, to disregard its clear command, which was, in no uncertain terms, lead Yah's flock out of modern-day Babylon, the United States of America. Ami watched this performance, the patriarch, from his post on a platform at the edge of the parking lot a few yards away, with his 12 Nassim, his princess, seated right alongside him, all of them laughing gently at the zany rendition of their origin story. The next day, the same parking lot served as a volleyball court for another portion of the holiday activities. Good-humored competitiveness about the game's final outcome, producing just as much laughter and fanfare as the theatrical performance of Ami's exchange with Gabriel. The African Hebrew Israelites' holistic health maintenance program mandates regular physical activity for every member of the community 3 times a week, along with every other day being a no-salt day, every other day being a no-margarine day, i.e. you cook without those things in any meals, periodic enemas. They used to always call them fascistically healthy. I mean, their end game is really all predicated on their commitment to physical health and what they think that implies about other larger cosmological questions. And the volleyball match then, again, wasn't innocent, much like the community's frequent basketball games and long-distance runs, even a few septuagenarians preparing for marathons in Israel, flaunts the group's dedication to grand claims about the inextricable links between spiritual and bodily well-being, between everyday life and physical immortality, between the unfolding of human history and the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. These are all interconnected parts of this group's story, which includes their own international chain, and this is probably what they're most famous for, of soul food vegan restaurants. And that should give you pause a little bit. Spectacularly good. Their $1 million development projects throughout West Africa. And their end game of scientifically provable, eminently embodied, everlasting life. Right? And they are very scientific about their approach to immortality. Now, the community is composed of several ministries, one of which is the Ministry of Information, the MOI, guardian of the community's systematic approach to self-archivization and public outreach, responsible for documenting special events like New World Passover. The Ministry of Information videotaped that performance of Gabriel, so you could really be watching it, of Gabriel's visitation, and some portion of the volleyball game as well, with multiple mini DV camera setups for both events. Also recorded just about everything else I was at the scene of Via Milk that transpired over the entire week. Now, I always tell people that one of the things I did maybe 3 or 4 years ago was I stopped shooting my own video footage of the community. And mostly because I think they do a quite substantial job videotaping themselves. So I do far less filming of culture there in Dimona and when I'm working with the community's extension in the US than watching their own films, right, about themselves. And actually being asked to be a talking head in those films as well, right, being turned. And we all this kind of standard at this point, right? The ethnographer becomes the subject. And so they quite literally make sure I tell them about my sense of Africa, right? What do I learn about Afrocentricity? And they will incorporate those kinds of things as well. And one of those films, and I think the third and final piece to this discussion is about the first film I ever got from the community. And it was in 2006 that I got it. When Nassim, and that means Prince Asiel, the African Hebrew Israelite Jerusalem's international ambassador, plenipotentiary extraordinaire, turned 65 years old in 2006.